All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Jessica Thompson is suing Henry Thompson in the amount of $15,000. Ms. Thompson claims she took over payments on a car her father got for her and says he sold the car and kept the money after they had a big fight.
Jessica, I understand you're in court today and that you're suing your dad for some $15,000. It's a very complicated story that just didn't happen recently involving a car that you say, according to your complaint, that he offered to get you a car when you turned 16. So do you want to start telling me why it's necessary for you to sue your dad?
Okay, so he bought me the car, and I paid for the tax, title, registration. He paid for the first 6 months of the car note and the insurance, but then I started paying for the car note and the insurance. And I paid probably like $475 a month, right?
For how long? For about how long?
For 2 years.
For 2 years, okay.
And then, so I got into a fight with his new wife, so I moved back in with my mom, and then a week later, my car gets towed.
All right, stop right there. So your mother's in court with you today, correct?
Yeah.
Now, let me turn to you, Mr. Thompson. This is your daughter.
Yes,
But my understanding from the complaint that you and her mother were never married,
correct.
but in a relationship.
Correct.
All right, so from your perspective, what was going on here?
Well, my daughter was doing the right thing by the car in the beginning, but then she started disrespecting my new wife, and she was letting her boyfriend use the car, and he's not under the insurance. So she was just being disrespectful on a lot of levels. So I took the car.
So you know
away.
what? I've been doing this so long that I know that this is more than about a car. I know that it's more about $15,000. There is a backstory to this. So tell me about your relationship with her mother, and that will help me to understand some of the background coming into why we're in court today. So what happened?
So our relationship was good, but as the years went on, we started to go our separate ways, and it just wasn't working anymore.
Okay, so it wasn't working anymore.
Yes.
Between you and her mother.
Correct.
So stand up. You are Jessica's mother.
Hello,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
understand, come and stand next to her, please.
Okay.
I understand that you and Mr. Thompson were in a relationship, that this is the daughter that you all have together.
Yeah, this is Jessica.
And he says that the relationship went along well. And then there was a point where it didn't. So
Right.
you went your separate ways.
Yes.
Is that much correct?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
She was 8
She was 8 years old
when he left.
when he left.
Yes.
And after he left, what kind of relationship did he have with Jessica?
A slightly disappointing one. He tried his best, but he hasn't been regularly there. I am there for her day-to-day everything. I pay all her bills, I take care of her, I make sure she gets to her practice and that she has her school clothes and she has all the things that she
All right,
needs.
so stop right there. Was he paying child support?
We never hashed anything out in court because we weren't married and we didn't want to deal with any kind of adversarial relationship. We tried to just deal with things as
So you
we
had an
needed.
informal agreement.
We did. We
Is
had
that correct?
Yes.
So you had an informal agreement, but you supported your daughter during this time. Is that fair?
That's fair.
That's
Yes.
fair. You
To some
supported your
degree.
daughter.
Correct.
All right, so maybe you didn't see her day to day because you're not living in the home anymore.
Right.
But you did support her. Did you see her from time to time?
Of course.
Okay, so now we are fast forward. At what point, I understand, there was a time that Jessica made the decision that she was going to go and live with her father. When did you make that decision?
I was 14, I think.
Okay. And why did you make the decision to go and live with your father?
Well, I was adjusting to a new school, and my mom just got a new boyfriend, and it was a lot to take in. And my dad just recently got married and he had twins, so I just thought maybe I want to see what his life is like and maybe go see him because I never got to see him a lot when I was a kid.
So that was the agreement?
Pretty much.
I mean,
yeah.
it sounds like okay. She's
Yeah.
turned 14. You're now in a new relationship. You and your wife have twins, I understand.
Yes.
And now Jessica moves in. And so were things good?
Things were pretty good.
I am really trying to get down to why in the world Jessica and her mother are on one side of my courtroom and you're on the other. So things were going well until what happened?
Your Honor, he promised me he would buy me a car when I was 16.
Okay.
And when I turned 16, he bought me a 2016 Toyota Camry.
Okay.
And he made the first payments, a couple payments, and then I started making all the payments because he wanted to teach me responsibility.
After 6 months.
Yes.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
So where's the car? Where is the car?
Car sold.
Oh, it's sold. How much money did you sell the car for?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Jessica Thompson, who is suing her father, Henry Thompson, for $15,000.
The agreement between you and your dad was that you would pay the title, cost for the title, you would pay for the insurance, and then after the first 6 months, you would, in addition to those fees, would then contribute toward the payment of the car.
Yes.
And then this went on for how long?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yes.
And then something happened. Yes? Something happened.
Yes.
And now you're in a relationship. Let's recap this. Twin babies, new wife, Jessica's living in the home. You both agreed that this was going very well at first. So what happened, Jessica?
Your Honor, okay, I put my own money into that car. And the problem is that he took it like it was his car and I didn't have any ownership of it.
She's just
so
a
he can't
kid.
take it from me.
She's just a kid. She's 16 years old when she started making these payments, and she had to sacrifice and work really hard to make that money, and he took that away from her.
And something happened, which is what I'm trying to understand. What happened that you and your father got into a situation that, according to the complaint that's filed with the court, that he then repossessed the car? And you know I'm going to want to know why. After she's had this car for 2 years, why in the world would you go and repossess the car? That's what I want to know. What happened?
Okay, so I have a boyfriend and he plays basketball and he shares a car with his mom, so he doesn't have money for his own car. So I let him use my car from time to time to go to practice, and it's like 15 minutes away. And his new wife saw me doing that and she was like, "I'm gonna go tell your dad." And I was like, no, like we just got into an argument and we got into it.
Okay, stop right there. What kind of relationship did you have with the new wife before that day? Let's just be honest, because I can't help figure this out unless I really understand what happened. So what happened with the new wife? Honestly.
I did my best to be cordial, but when he wasn't around, she would be catty at me.
Like not treat you well?
No.
Did she want you there?
It didn't feel like it.
So, Mr. Thompson, let's be real, because I've seen so many of these kind of cases.
Yeah.
You now have a new wife. It's not a new wife because you were never married to Jessica's mother, technically. So you are married now with this wife.
Yes.
New in the sense that she's new to the family. Twin children.
Yes.
Did you and your wife, honestly, did you all have a heart-to-heart conversation about Jessica coming into the home?
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's either yes or it's no.
Yes.
Did you have a heart-to-heart conversation with your wife that your daughter, who is 14 at the time, is going to come and live with you?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Are you being honest with me?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. I mean, it's really is what happened after the fact. It's because at first it was good, but the two of them, as time went on, weren't really hitting it off.
And why do you think that as time went on that they weren't getting along? Come on, let's get down to the bottom line on this. What happened between your wife and your daughter?
I think that my wife was putting her children first.
Just your wife? Do you think maybe you were putting your other children first too? When's it Jessica's turn? That's all I have to say
She
about
has her
that.
turn. You know, she's growing up. She's 18 now. You know, she's partly an adult. You know, so she's not a little kid anymore. So she has some responsibilities, and you know, so she don't need the attention constantly. You know what I mean? She's not 5.
Your Honor.
What happened with your wife and your daughter? Just be straight. I'm going to give you a chance. I want to hear from you.
Okay.
Tell me. I need you to talk to me.
Okay.
What happened with your wife and your daughter? Did your wife resent the fact that Jessica was in the house? I mean, let's just call it what it is. And if she did, tell me. If she didn't, say, no, that was not the problem. What happened?
Well, I think at first she didn't, but as time went on, they weren't getting along, and then I think she started to resent it a bit.
A little bit.
Yes.
You want to say something? You want to tell
I
me
do.
something?
I feel like we might have been a little overly generous with the earlier years after our separation. I don't think that he was particularly generous with Jessica and with child support. He was there for the big events in her life, like a big, you know, dance recital or this or that. But he was not a constant presence. He was gone for a long period of time. He gave money sporadically. And this was the one thing that he had promised. And it
Was
was
this car?
Yeah, it was almost like the silver lining on this somewhat disappointing dad situation. And he's withdrawn it.
Okay, so I'm going to rule on this case, but there are a couple of things I want to get to.
Okay.
Jessica, it is your sworn testimony that for 2 years that you put money into this car.
Yes.
And that you have evidence to that effect. And it's my understanding, based on the complaint that you filed, that you spent about $10,000
Yes.
over these 2 years on this car.
Coming up,
If she has invested some $15,000 and she has solid evidence before this court, why did you take the car and think that that was fair?
To teach her a lesson.
What kind of lesson?
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Jessica Thompson, who is suing her father, Henry Thompson, for $15,000.
What evidence do you have to show me?
I have the $1,500 payment for tax, title, and registration. I have every single Zelle payment that I paid him for $475 every month, and I had to buy 4 new tires, which was about $900.
The bank statements clearly say that you were paying $475 a month. You don't dispute it in this, Mr. Thompson, do you?
No.
So that's not the question. Now, I understand that when things did not go well with you and your dad's wife, that you moved back home. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that when you moved back home, it's when your father took the car.
Yes.
Why did you take the car?
I wasn't happy with her boyfriend using the car all the time because she's not
Did
under
you
the
ever have
insurance.
that conversation with Jessica?
Of course.
Did you
Yes,
say,
ma'am.
look, you can't have him drive the car?
Yeah.
Was that the only reason you took the car back?
Well, she was being disrespectful to my new wife, and there was just there was a lot of incidences going on, a lot of things going on that I wasn't happy with.
So if she has invested some $15,000, which you have not disputed, and she has solid evidence before this court, why did you take the car and think that that was fair?
To teach her a lesson.
What kind of lesson?
That there was certain things she had to abide by with the car, and she wasn't doing it. So
And so you're saying because she broke the rules, she let her boyfriend drive it, but then the real reason, it sounds to me, is that you were not happy with the fact that she was not getting along with your new wife. That's what it sounds like to me.
Coming up,
He has moved on. He has a new family. He has twins who
Do you resent all of
lavishes-
that? I just don't understand.
I'm so happy he
I'm
moved on.
talking.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Why in the world then would you wait until your daughter, according to the complaint, 2 weeks before she turns 18 to file for back child support all these years?
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Jessica Thompson, who is suing her father, Henry Thompson, for $15,000.
Now, then you, all of a sudden, filed for back child support. why in the hell did you wait until she was 18 years old to file for back support? Why? Why then?
Okay, I had thought about doing it for a long time. And when I heard all the drama going on with Jessica and with Wendy, his wife, and I finally just said, okay, this is it. Basically what it comes right down to, Your Honor, is that he has moved on. He has a new family. He has twins who he
Do you resent all
lavishes-
of that? I just don't understand.
I'm so happy he
I'm
moved on.
talking.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Why in the world then would you wait until your daughter, according to the complaint, 2 weeks before she turns 18 to file for back child support all these years?
Well, I had been asking for him for more money, but there was always some reason that he couldn't give me more money.
But she was living with him for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but then I was still covering a lot of her expenses with certain activities that she was doing. Cheer is really expensive, their uniforms and their lessons and dance and those sorts of things. But from the very beginning, I was paying out of pocket all of her care.
And that's
except
when
for-
you should have gone to court.
I understand
And
that,
I
Your
want
Honor,
not
but-
only you, Ms. Ronson, I want anybody who's listening to me today, that this is when you feel that your child is not being adequately supported, then that's when you need to get a formal child support. So, where's the car? Because I'm getting ready to rule on this. Where is the car?
Car sold.
Oh, it's sold. How much money did you sell the car for?
26.
How much?
26.
$26,000?
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
I don't think it's fair that you would snatch this car. And so, not only are you going to get the $15,000 back, you're going to get the full $26,000 back because this was not fair. And that is the ruling of the court. Judgment for the plaintiff. But let me say to women who are listening and fathers who are listening, that children ought not get caught in between of this foolishness, because this was nothing but a vendetta you filed against him because you were angry. You took the car because you were angry, and she got caught in between. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $26,000. We will stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $26,000.
Sorry.
We'll work it out. We'll work it
All
out.
parties
You're
are
my
dismissed.
daughter,
I hope
we'll
you
work it
meant
out.
that. I hope you meant that. I hope you meant it, because it's not about the $26,000. It's about this child. She is your daughter, and you all need to work it out. You're going to pay the $26,000, but I'm very pleased to hear you say that. And you need to be supportive of this. Nothing further.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.